Welcome to another episode of Savagetimetv. I'm your host, AB Brisley. Today I got honored guest Judgemental Records in here today with me. How y'all feeling, man?
What's going on, man? Savage Prime, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
What's
Yes,
the
sir.
deal?
Glad to have y'all. Glad to have y'all, man. Glad to have y'all, bro. So just before we can get into anything, man, where y'all from?
Delaware, man.
I got a little bit of Maryland in me.
A little bit of Maryland. Y'all right there.
Yeah,
Y'all right there.
a little bit of Pennsylvania, Chester
Absolutely.
County, the 610.
Okay.
So,
But you know, it's Delaware rappers though at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the
Rapper
majority.
for the 302.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess,
right. All of us.
302, man.
Okay. So for everybody that's not from Delaware, because you know Delaware be going under the radar, tell us about how it is coming up out here. How it was for y'all coming up out here in Delaware.
Delaware.
Norm, you want to start it out?
I mean, it's definitely a melting pot of a type of place. You know, you could get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's some shit everywhere going on in Delaware. You got the city, you got the country, you got the suburbs.
That's right.
It's a little bit of everything. So, and you see all that shit just in northern Delaware, you know.
Word.
So, you know, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, northern Delaware is kind of a little bit more known, but once you get a little south, it gets a little,
Don't nobody know about that.
little rural.
Shout out to all our peoples down Dover and all them guys down there. So
Yeah,
we gotta show
Dover,
love. We gotta
man.
show love to them too. So
That shit's starting to build up too. Like
Yep.
Dover's starting to look like northern Delaware out
Yeah.
here. Like they building all like the complexes and shit like
Niggas
that.
trying
Right?
to catch up.
That shit changing real fast.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
So let's dive right into it, man. Judgemental Records. The first thing I saw when I got onto y'all's website, it said blurring the lines between real life and entertainment. Could y'all tell me what that means? Like where'd y'all get that from?
So with our web creator, the enlightened one, NL, he's the one who created the website, and he's the one that basically gave it a nice little oomph to it and gave it that
artist
touch.
too.
So
He's an artist as well.
he's a jack of all
Okay,
trades.
I heard the freestyle. We gonna get into
Little
that.
something.
Go ahead,
But shit,
Norm,
you know, before we was Judgemental Records, we been doing this shit for a minute. We had our little collective that we tried to pop off, the real life entertainment. Like that shit tatted on the wrist, real life entertainment. So it's blurring the lines between real life and entertainment. What we speak is the truth on all our records. Like that's what we bring it to the table. But at the same time, it's entertainment, it's music. So we bring real life to entertainment.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I like that.
It's like a brief little history. A lot of people probably don't remember, but a lot of people know when it came to these guys. I came into the fold about 2007 with the team. These guys already had a run about 03, 04. This is the MySpace days when MySpace was just popping in general.
0304.
I'm talking about Chris. So anybody that went to Christiana High
I'm
School,
a young boy.
yeah, anybody that went to Christiana High School would know this name. J Squad rung a big bell in Delaware for a long time. So when you think about Christiana and the Newark area, and you think about 40,
100,000 views on
Wellington
certain
Woods, you think about
Stupid
Brookmont and all that. You
shit.
think
Yeah.
about J Squad because everybody knew that they was the ones. These guys was in high school walking around with chains to
Big
homecoming.
ass fucking
Big
metal
ass
chains
chains.
clinking on the
Wow.
desk and shit.
shit.
like
Like
that.
shit ain't like
We was
this.
big-
Them shits
young
was-
boys.
Yeah,
like,
we was
dumb
making a
shit.
lot of noise, and this was back with just mixtapes, passing them out, standing outside for Rooks, giving mixtapes out to people. Like I said, the MySpace era.
Yeah.
Prime example. We had it. We could not going to say we had a hit song, but we had a hit song. A group took the song and basically said that they remixed it,
And they blew off
and
of
they
that.
kind of
You
blew
know what
off
I'm
of it.
It was them franchise boys. That shit was before
I'm
Shauna got popping.
popping.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dive into it. I'm
Before
gonna let Norm
Shauna
tell
got
the story.
popping with like Ludacris and shit. That I was getting some hit shit. We did like a little freestyle on
freestyle
shit.
shit,
Like
that
the
joke.
beat was on fucking SoundClick. If you
So-
from back in them eras, you
You know
remember
about
SoundClick
it.
before
You know about
SoundCloud.
it, yeah.
And that shit was like we downloaded that beat, went off that shit. That shit just
facts
went
though. Like,
crazy.
it might seem unreal, but this shit's
But
100, bro.
it's
That's
not
what
hard.
it is.
Rap
Rap
happens
bro.
all the time in the music industry.
It's not hard to
100,
sugarcoat it because we say J Squad 20 times in the beginning of the song.
As soon as you hear it, it's
So you
like,
know
damn,
it's us, yeah.
it's them, bro. It's them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they changed it to
Ringtones,
them franchise boys.
everything,
like-
bro. They bucked up off the kids, bro. But, you know.
But we was young, like we ain't know. I was probably 15, 16
Yeah.
at the time. Like we ain't know what we was doing, so we was just like, "Yo, that shit lit." We walked into a party. We was going to a bunch of parties
They
back
playing
then,
our
and
shit.
they playing that shit.
Every time we went somewhere, like we went through all that shit, bro. Beef, niggas hating on us because we doing something different. Like I said, like Zoe said, we had the chains on, bro. Like nothing like this. Nigga. We had shit was husky, bro. Like no cap. So it's like going from that having people hating on you to be still telling the truth though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had to defend yourself everywhere you went, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what life ended up being for us around that time, bro. You know, but the whole time they was robbing us, taking our music, bro.
That's wild, bro.
That's
That's wild, but y'all gonna get
Been in the game in a long time.
Everything come
fact.
around.
It's full
y'all
circle.
talking 03, 04.
03,
Y'all
04.
basically a little bit of the mix of the new, the old, kind of like, you know what I mean? That's dope.
We still young. We still young though, so that's like
that's what I'm saying.
that's
Cause
the good thing about
I
it.
was 10, 11 in 03, 04, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still banging
but
people
and it's
from
crazy.
back
I'm
then.
around,
But I'm banging the new
we
cats
still-
too.
But it's like even with a lot of people, we gotta give a lot of credit to a lot of people that was with this whole 40 movement. Was like J Squad, R.I.P. Dom One, Thousand Boys,
That's right, that's
BBP,
right.
Rail
Yes, sir.
Shells. A lot of people that was a lot of this fold, and like
We learned along
DK.
the way, bro.
These guys was a lot of guys that
Learned
paved the
along
way
the
for the way. Seuss, Apollo. These dudes is just genuine dudes where it came from us doing shows at the Mojo Lounge in Newark on UD.
Mojo.
Marketech, Grouchy
Marketech.
Greg.
Grouchy
Shout
Greg.
out to Wonderland. Shout out to
allhiphop.com.
shout out to allhiphop.com. Wonderland Studios where we started at. Shout out to Sap the Beat Man. Because if it wasn't for Sap, we would have never even met Marketech or Wonderland. That's where like we really recorded at, and we recorded a lot in Endo's basement. So
right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's where we kind of started at.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody knows what's been going down. We've been hit with this pandemic. It's been hitting this
man.
crazy
Correct.
coronavirus. Could y'all just give me like what's been going on? How's coronavirus
Since-
affected you guys? Affected your music personally?
The
Anything?
music good for me, bro. Like
Okay.
it's giving me time to produce. You feel me? I just dropped the tape July 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? So
You
Pain
know,
and Champagne.
Pain and Champagne.
Pain and
Okay,
Champagne.
With a
I'm
joint called Coronavirus on
with a
it.
song called Coronavirus.
Yes,
So I'm gonna
sir.
leave that alone. Now we gonna wait till we get into that. But you know,
We'll get into it.
as far as how it's affected me, bro, with the kids and all that shit, bro. I got 4 kids, bro.
Okay.
So it's like my kids go to school. You feel me? Like the shit real. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't want them to get sick. I'm trying to, coronavirus is
Balance.
fucked up, bro. It's
Balance.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta figure out how you want to focus your music with all this shit. Grinding and all, you know what I mean? It's just real, you feel me? But, as far as the music, we rocking, bro. This shit's coming out. It's going to drop. It's going to continue to drop. Niggas is hot. We got a new joint coming out. Y'all ain't got to worry about that shit. We just want to make sure Delaware understand us, bro. Like, for real. That's really all this shit is about, bro.
Okay, so y'all was definitely all individually, it looks like, doing y'all thing at one time, but then Judgemental Records came in. Can y'all tell me how was it formed? Like, how did y'all, what made that come together when y'all was like, let's take this from an individual to a whole collective?
Yo, we always been a family.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fair.
so it's family.
It's been mobbing for years with us.
It ain't just the rappers, bro. It's like if you seen who was just here with us right now, you feel me? It's all different types of
They
people.
definitely in here with the family.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
It's different
For
types
sure.
of people. It ain't just rappers that's with us, bro. We got DJs. We got people that's helping us with the marketing, the analyzing. We got people that just love us, bro. You feel me? So it's like when it come to that, it's like how J Squad is doing. J Squad doing good, bro. But y'all got to see it yourself, and that's what we working on, bro. We working on getting us to y'all. You know, if that makes
I like
sense. You know what I'm
that. I like
saying?
that.
It's like that. It's like that whole family thing. We just wrapped it up and put a name on it.
That's right.
We stamped
That's
the
right. There you
Judgemental
go.
Records
There you go.
name on
There you
it,
go.
and that just
Yeah.
pretty much sums up everything that we got going on.
It's
you
just
know
like
what
with a lot of new members of the team as well. Like our guy DJ Red Fox been with us a long time. Him and Norm built a relationship before I came back into the fold. He became our DJ. He was like, I'm going to be your DJ, and Fox was our DJ.
Yeah.
Sue's been around us since we was teenagers, and with him
Yeah.
being a big guy that's in, the Forex trade and doing a lot of things with digital marketing, and we're not going to slander nobody's name or talk down on people. He's done things for a lot of people, and the people don't give him his credit when it's due. So for us to bring a family member into the group means a lot to us. And then we got our brother from Atlanta, ATL Keys, you know. Everybody, if you get a
Closet
chance,
Addicts.
follow Closet Addicts when it comes to street urban apparel.
all that.
He's the
Yeah,
man
get
that
on
can get you anything that you want.
Whatever you
Official
need, we there.
tissue. No fake stuff. Everything's A1. So he's our stylist as well. So that's our guy and co-partner at Judgemental Records. So
I like how y'all
he's a
already
good
have
dude.
The team already got that team assembled, because like a lot of other interviews I have, a lot of people always tell me one of the obstacles that they go through is finding that team, finding
Right.
that people that you
Right.
can trust.
Right.
Y'all already got that nucleus already together. I love to see that, man. So I'm just giving y'all roses, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
You know what I
that,
mean?
man.
It's
And the beautiful
dope,
thing-
it's dope what y'all doing, because it's harder than people look. Harder than it looks.
You ain't
keep
gotta tell us, we
a
know.
bunch of people together on
That's
one
facts.
thing.
That's
On the
facts.
same page.
That shit is hard, bro.
And that shit was
facts.
built like organically. Like everybody
Yeah.
that came into the fold, that's in the fold, that shit goes back years from
Years.
organic relationships. Like that shit wasn't just
And-
like, yo, he dope. He fucking burning the fucking Rehoboth Beach down. DJ Red Fox burning Rehoboth Beach down. He burning Main Street down. Like, he a big time DJ out here. And that shit didn't come with him just being a popping DJ.
Right.
That shit came from an organic relationship.
Right.
So, you know, like, and that goes for everybody that's on the team. Like, the shit
had to work.
Legitimate.
It had to work.
And then there's brothers that we can't forget about, like our brother Dre. He's a founding member of J Squad.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Dre, I never would have even came into the mix because I met GK and I met Norm because of Dre. So, you know, when Dre sees this, shout out to Dre. We love you, bro. Another brother, Presence. Rel always be a part of the team regardless. He's not here with us. Regardless, he's doing his own thing. When he ever says, it's time to come through, he will have one of these hoodies with his name on it.
That's facts.
Stamped. And then another brother, BL as well, was an original founding member of the team as well. So it's like a lot, even with the core members that are still here from NO, GK, Dre when he's around, we still don't forget our brothers that was a part of the fold. They know that the door is always open for them and opportunity is still here for them at any time.
That's right. Family. Let's dive right into the music. I know this one's for you, bro. I listened to that summer freestyle, man.
Yeah, talk about it.
Summer freestyle.
Talk about it.
Tell me where was your mindset at when you hit that summer freestyle? Where was that?
Man. Honestly, I was probably drunk as shit at like 2:00 in the morning. It was like, yo, I fuck with this A. Marie beat. It's off the A. Marie Fools Fall in Love or some shit. Why don't we fall in love? I went off that shit. I just broke that shit real quick, and then you know what I mean. That's what it turned into. So summer freestyle. Check that out on SoundCloud.com/Enlighten1. That's Enlighten1 without the E at the beginning. So
that's right. I fuck with that, John. I was like, I gotta
appreciate
your
that.
mental level.
But you gotta tell people too. Tell people too. Don't forget. Type his name in, like you said, the Enlightened One, and look up Times Have Changed. Times Have Changed was the founding project to the rebirth of the label. So like with me, I was in the penitentiary for about 3 to 4 years in upstate Pennsylvania. You know, my brother carried the torch for me when I was in jail. Like, Zo, you know, I'm gonna keep the label going. We had a studio before on Main Street, back room recording.
Shout out to my bro Hash too. You know.
Talk about it.
So, you know, that was a studio that Norm took care of.
A lot of people don't know that shit was, you feel me, like he said, he got hemmed up. You know what I mean? Like he said, bro, over there, it's my big brother too. He held it down, you know what I'm saying?
Norm kept the torch.
He did a lot of
Norm
shit,
kept the torch for us, man. And I mean, that's why,
sure.
like you said, Savage, it's like when it comes to people having a solid team,
you gotta
people got to remember, it's not one person that can just lead a troop. And for years with us being in the independent music game, I always felt like I had to carry it on my back for my brothers, not from just being a trapper, not trying to be a rapper because I knew my position. They the rappers. I'm just got to be there for them, to back them. And it's like, you know, you got to have a solid team. So now we're at a point now. It's like it's like
whole machine. Now.
Yeah.
So
that's how we're carrying it.
Niggas touch all these like everybody then had their street life. Everybody done had that. But like what he's saying, like it's. From a business standpoint on this shit, bro, where he was at with it at that time, he was on point, bro. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Endo held it down around that time where it's backroom, like he's saying. Backroom was out there, it was relevant, it was popping. People didn't even know that whole time. Zoe, him, and we had PC was there with us that time.
PC was about Problem Child. Before he opened his own studio.
He was recording there with us at that time. You know what I'm saying? We was doing a lot of big things. We also had what's his nigga name? HR.
Yep.
We had a lot of people. I don't know if y'all know about them, but it was people was coming to see the record. They knew they had a name behind them. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of big things that bro was able to keep going, as well as him being in that situation.
Incarcerated,
But we kept it pushing, bro. Like that's the biggest. You know what I mean?
And the Savage and the thing about it, Savage is too. Pain and Champagne was about 5-year plan.
Yeah,
Times Have Changed and Painted. I was writing this down in the jail cell in a composition book. Everything, like what's the next plan in the like the project. Norm had his project out first. Shout out to the big producers that we had involved, Jalo Beats, the Beat Bully Tone, and that's my brothers. Me and Jalo, big long time relationship. Delaware native with us. And then with us was just focusing on his project. Norm had a big album release party that our good brother right here, Vontae, was a part of.
Yeah.
We
At the mall,
we shut the
Christiana
Christiana
Mall.
Mall down,
Yeah,
and it was a packed event.
That shit was big time. Like, I feel like
nobody has ever
that
done
shit
that
don't
in
get
Delaware,
the,
bro.
Nobody. I feel like that shit don't get the type of credit it get.
It
Fox
don't.
was on the ones and twos. Red Fox was
DJ,
right there, the
that's
ones and
right,
twos.
that's
So
right.
I mean, we had a store in the Christiana Mall for an album release party. It was a lot of traffic
Nobody
going in and
has
out of
ever
there.
done
I'm
that.
talking
And it's
like,
crazy. Like Grouchy
big
Greg was
time.
there. All hip hop was there. We even had people from Floyd Mayweather's camp in there. You had the Money Team guys in there and everything. Like it was
facts.
that live.
That's good. That's good.
So
Big facts.
Okay, so GK, man, I was listening to you, Paint on Champagne, Frenemies, bro. Tell me about that. The influence, how'd that come
Jeez.
apart?
Frenemies.
And then tell me, like, it felt like it was definitely some real shit. Like, it definitely felt like it was not no bullshit. So tell me about
It's
that.
definitely
Real life
no
entertainment,
bullshit. Like,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Real life entertainment. Like I said, everybody had their street life, bro. And what I pride myself in doing, I don't want to be the hottest nigga, bro. I don't want to be the best nigga. I want to be the nigga that's telling everybody the truth, bro. That's me, bro. So every story I done went through, bro, I make that music. You feel me? I make that song. If I went through and I shot a nigga, for instance, quote unquote, I'm gonna make a song about that. You know what I'm saying? Or if I sold a drug, quote unquote, I'm gonna make a song about that. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. If I love my mom, quote unquote, you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Right.
I'm gonna make a song about that, bro. So for instance, I'm just telling the truth, bro. Like, that's just all it is, bro. So Frenemies came around. I got family issues, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got family
Everybody got
issues.
that.
right.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that. You know what I'm saying? So
Everybody can
more or
relate to
less,
that, bro.
I'm a real nigga, bro. And I pride myself on being that. I got family members that got hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on that in that situation, in that story. You know what I'm saying? I'm also speaking on myself. So a friend of me is a person that do you wrong. You know what I'm saying? That was your friend. You know what I mean? That was your guy. That was your A1. You left your A1, bro. You put him in a situation. So that's where that whole story came from. It was a situation in my life, whereas though I went through that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I got brothers
Family.
that went through that. So what I do is I take all that and I make me, bro. I make my story. I make what I'm gonna tell y'all about on that track. So that's where Frenemies came from, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I had to ask you
You know
about
what
that,
I mean?
man.
Nah. I respect that, bro.
And that video just dropped too. That
Yo,
Frenemies
yeah,
joint.
Black Friday, bro.
That joint just dropped.
Just
Shout out
dropped yesterday.
House Vision, man.
House Vision,
Corey's
House
my
Vision.
brother. 100 grand, good dude. Didn't know Corey for about the last 4 years, and Corey shoots a lot of our videos.
Yeah.
He's basically
Shout
our
out to
house.
House, man.
Yeah, shout out to House.
House,
He's our
yeah.
house director, man. So
I like
it's our
that.
guy, man. And shout out to Josh too, JW Visions. He's a
Okay.
good guy too.
Facts.
Another track I was listening to was Keep the Brad Protected. Y'all both
Yeah,
was on that, man.
yeah.
So tell us about how it was working together, being in the booth together. How was that?
This nigga
Both
is.
of y'all.
Well, me and this nigga.
Natural, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is just regular shit.
Yeah, I
like,
can see now.
I feed off of him. Like, he put the battery in my back. Honestly, like
Okay.
recently, because like the last year, I would say maybe a year and a half, I just kind of stopped rapping. To be honest, like I just wasn't feeling it. Like with coronavirus and my daughter, she about to turn 5. She fucking going to school and shit like that. Like it's a lot going on in life. So it's like I'm like, I'm just not feeling rap. Pain and Champagne come. GK like, yo, I need you on this joint right here. Keep the bag protected. I said, bro, yo, that's what it is. Before
Right.
we in the studio, that shit was like clockwork. Like it was just like old times, like from
Yeah.
back in 03, 05.
Yeah.
Like that shit, it's like riding a bicycle.
never
That shit
left.
never leave.
Yeah.
Never leave.
That shit definitely is definitely what
Definitely
it
had
is.
chemistry on the track. I was like, bro, now I can see it now that we met. I got the vibe, the energy. I can see why when y'all going together in the booth, it's just.
It's just
Yeah,
good.
it's
It's easy. Like I was ready to say, y'all seen the motherfucking movie. What he say? Talladega Nights. The motherfucker say shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Fire nights. You hear me, nigga? That's where it's at, bro. Like I said, I don't want to be hot, bro. I'd rather be cold. He can be hot. You hear me? I'm gonna be cold. You feel me? We gonna do it like
That's
that.
what
you know
chemistry
I'm saying?
make. Fucking fire and nice. That's chemistry right there. So
We gonna do it like
Yin and
that.
yang out there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
telling y'all about the skits. I love the skits, man. I
Yeah.
think skits make albums, like, it turns it into, for me, I like albums that you can listen to from top to bottom and all.
Right.
I'm with
That's
you.
right.
And I
That's
feel
right.
like the skits, it makes
pull it
that
together.
even more easier for me
Yeah.
as a listener. It comes through my brain like, okay, puts
Mm-hmm.
me right there. It feels like I'm right in the mix with y'all when y'all doing those skits. So could you tell me, like, who inspired those skits? Who's the voice? And for some of them skits, because I have one of the voices at the, I think it's in the earlier, it's one of the first ones on the album. It sounds like a distorted voice. I wanted to know whose voice that was.
You talking about?
So with that skit was the skit was originally on there. So when we was at PC's studio, let me look that up real quick. We was on PC studio, and what happened was Norm tried to send it out to make sure it gets put on the album. They send Norm a thing back saying that
They couldn't clear it.
We couldn't clear it
because it was from the it's from the belly movie. It was when X and Nas was sitting in the car. He was like, "Yo, fuck a book, get money." But like, I guess because it couldn't clear if it was on the soundtrack, and somebody else had it on the album or whatever.
Had
like,
to change it up a little
bit.
Yeah,
so we had to distort that shit a little bit and let that shit pass. So now it's our own. So fuck it.
I think it's better like that.
I do too, though. And that's what I said. It sound good with the songs itself. You feel me? It fitted in the right way it needed to fit in. You know what I'm saying? That skit, but the skit, like I said, like you just said, the skits put the damn tape together, bro.
Really
you know what I'm saying?
Ties it all together, man.
Yo,
it's like the glue.
That's facts, bro. That's
And
facts.
when it comes to y'all just rapping, I know some people like to freestyle, some people prefer to write. With y'all, which one is it? Do y'all prefer, if you had the choice, freestyle, just hop on the mic, or do y'all like writing it down, getting your thoughts on paper, and then going at it?
I mean, me personally, bro, I feel like I could do both. You know what I mean? Me personally, but
this nigga is a fucking freestyle machine. Don't be humble with it, nigga. Don't be humble.
You know what's crazy that he said that? Here's a funny
That's
story.
shit.
We was on a come up show about 4 or 5 times with Cosmic Kev. And this story, Cosmic Kev, he'll vouch for it. He always loved Norm, and he loved Norm, and he loved Rel. One person he said this about GK. He was like, GK is the weakest link of the group. And we was like, okay, Kev used to tell my cousin Trey Day. Shout out my cousin Trey Day. He's a big part of this vision too. He always said GK was the weakest link of the group. And now, it's funny, the weakest link is the one that's the face of the label right now.
See how them tables
You
turn?
see what I'm saying? So
shit, and that's
full circle, bro.
but that shit always been there to me. But the crazy thing is, like,
he grew into himself.
Freestyle machine, and he could do both. I'm not really a freestyle type of boy. Like, I'd rather just write that shit down because it's like that's the way that I can articulate myself. Like, I can put that shit in the words on paper for a song or whatever. But that's how I get my thoughts out. So I'm more so of like a writing type of guy.
Sitting down writing. Okay, let's do. So the music industry, ups and downs. Like y'all was talking about, a lot of bullshit, a lot of good times too. What surprised you guys most about the music industry overall? What has surprised y'all the most? Took you off guard?
I mean, from years of I could say from me sitting down with dealing with the labels and stuff. I had people before back in the day. A lot of people didn't know we were dealing with Jim Jones personally. Shout out to Capo. He was at the time he was vice president of E1, the old Koch Records. He was one of the first people that wanted to sign them. He was like, "Yo, give me 2 come up shows. I'm liking the energy that I heard from the first come up show. Second energy was probably the most serious one we ever did. I mean, it was so crazy. And then in one of our last ones we did, it was a little shaky, but still, we still got the recognition. It didn't get us kind of where we wanted it, but you had people where, and I try to tell people about this industry, when you got your foot on the gas, you got to keep your foot on the gas. Because once a label loses its traction on you, I done talked to Sylvia Rome from Universal. I done talked to Jimmy Iovine from Interscope. I done talked to Johnny Snipes from Cinematic Music Group. And I done had these conversations where they'll say, yo, man, this is when Norm was by himself for a while. Mm-hmm. He dropped Apollo Knox Volume 1 and 2. Earlier projects, look those up as well. Yeah, Norm had 3 solid projects on his back. I was in the pen 4 years. He did it. Mm-hmm. Carried it on his back. And a lot of them guys were like, and I'm talking to him through the jail. They was like, yeah, man, he's hot, but we just got to just give us something more. And, now with us, prime example, by you saying that, when you got something hot and you got a buzz, you got to keep your foot on the gas. Don't lose that traction, because once you lose that traction, it's hard to get it back, man. It's hard, bro.
It's hard to do that whole rebrand.
It's hard. And that's where Judgemental Records came into play, because it was J Squad Real Life. Then me and Norm talked over the phone and just was like, yo, Judgemental Records. And he was like, I like the ring of it. And then as you see,
that's where we at.
This is where we at now. And GK is the focal point. He's the face of it now.
Okay.
So
that's dope, man. It's dope that came all full circle.
Mm-hmm.
As a collective, what moment are y'all most proud of?
That's hard to say.
I was ready to say we done did a lot of shit.
We done performed at the fucking, what's the joint called?
The Blue Horizon.
The Blue Horizon in Philly. The joint where Ali had trained.
Freeway was hosting, but he was the judge or whatever. And it was a couple people that was in there that was judging, but Freeway stuck out to me just because Freeway
at that time.
At that time, Freeway State Prop was that was them niggas. You understand?
You gotta figure we like 17, 18 at this time. Like we was young boys.
That was crazy back then. I always think like even when y'all keep saying the 03, 04, I'm like back then because it wasn't like now Instagram,
definitely
Facebook.
No,
it wasn't.
So if you
it
was
wasn't.
popping,
You was
like
popping.
You
couldn't
had to
just
work
get
for that
popping
shit.
because you know now you can just throw up your Instagram, throw some shit up. I got
Yeah.
followers, everybody think I'm popping. Back then, if you got a following, that means you was
had to work
authentic,
for that
you know?
But
shit.
then back then you had to
So
put
for
that
y'all to
legwork
be
in too.
state property, that's crazy.
Yo,
Right?
I felt like they was like trying to test what we could do because
That's facts,
like
though.
in the middle of the fucking show, they cut the music. Like they basically like started distorting our track. And pretty much at the end of the day, just cut that shit. So we pretty much had to acapella that whole shit.
acapella the whole
and we was
show,
still
bro.
rocking the entire show. We went about 15 minutes. So
Fuck the show up,
you know,
bro. Niggas was clapping and everything.
feel
I was pissed off that day. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Shit was lovely, bro.
this and that. I remember that.
Killed it anyway.
killed it anyway.
Okay.
And
My
they,
favorite,
you know,
favorite moment with them was the come up show, Cosmic Kev, man. That our second time up there prior to me was
Was the best
so.
time.
Well, I mean, we put it on fire, man. Kev was just sitting there like. That's how Cosmic Kev
he
was.
started getting into it.
Yeah,
Like
it
Kev was on some shit, and this back in 09. What year is this? 2020. So we talking 11 years ago. You know what I mean? Like niggas was like 19, 20 years old at that time. So it's like we went on the come up show 3 times in 1 year. Like that's unfucking heard of. Like 3 times in 1 year. We not just doing freestyles. We doing the interviews too. But it's like. We did that shit as young boys.
As young boys, though.
Like, we didn't even realize the type of opportunity we
Type of
had in
potential.
front of
Yeah.
us. Like, we was 19.
We ain't had no man. Like we doing all this shit ourselves, bro. Everything that we doing is literally coming from a nucleus of us, bro. Like us and our team, like, niggas that we done came and built relationships with. Like it ain't like we done went and paid a motherfucker to do our job for us, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like we stepping out ourselves and trying to do the job for our own self. You see what I'm saying? And to me, that make this shit better than what it is, bro. Because a lot of people talk about this independent shit and label shit and you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. If you get a good label deal, like I told somebody asked me the question the other day. We had another interview, bro. Nigga asked me the question the other day. Was like, yo, you such and such age. Would you rather take a label deal or would you rather be independent? I said, well, the age I'm in with the kids that I got, bro, I'll take a label deal, bro. I ain't going cat. You know what I'm saying?
that money was running,
I'm not going cat.
If a label say a 65-35 or a 60-40 type of deal, but we give you guys 3-4 million up front, why would you not? I mean, think about it. ASAP Rocky's first deal was $5 million. He took with it and ran.
I put all the ASAP.
And look what happened.
He did that and moved to fucking Calabasas.
Exactly. And look what happened.
You know what I mean? Like, shit.
Look what
why
happened.
not?
A lot of people don't
And
know
put
that.
his team on,
Yeah,
so.
ASAP Rocky's a prime example. He had a $5 million deal with Sony. What happened? Ferg got on. 12 he got on. Yams got on. God rest his soul. They got on. He put his whole team on, and that's the concept. Like Norm says, if one, my thing is for Delaware is if one person makes it, everybody's gonna make it,
bro. And that's on.
That's how it's gotta
That's
be.
a fact. That's Delaware letting that be known. Like, we got a fucking Delawarean president at this point. So 2020 in the next 4 years, this is a prime
It's
time
gonna
for
be some
Delaware to
shit,
shine.
nigga.
So
Nah,
it gotta
that's
be.
facts, though. That's
gotta
facts.
be.
That's facts, bro.
Back up, we gonna get into some other shit. Mental health, bro. I ask everybody that comes on my channel about mental health because that's important. And everybody sitting here is a man for one, black man for sure. And you know that's something that goes a little to the wayside, especially with us, is mental health. So, did y'all let me know how that means to you guys?
That's
Yo,
facts.
mental health is a big part of life.
Yo,
like
that's big
at the end of the day, like just to keep it political, I guess like the fucking music is a nice therapeutic way to like
that's real,
you know stay clean with
Gotta
the mental
release,
health. But
release,
you know you'd be
release.
surprised. Like I went through some crazy shit. Like you know I lost my daughter for like a year. Like that shit damn near drove me off the wall. Fucking speaking to somebody like on some real shit. Speaking to somebody, a non-biased party,
Helps
being
you
able
out.
to relieve those fucking feelings and thoughts and emotions and shit like that. That shit can really cleanse the soul. You end up coming out on the other side completely cleansed, honestly. So, you know, that shit, you know, for people that's dealing with certain shit that's driving them through, you know, certain mental phases, like speaking to somebody that's not close to you is, you know,
It's a help.
I strongly suggest that.
Yeah, it's a help.
You
That's
know,
one
for
thing.
real.
I like how Norm said, like, one thing for me when it comes to mental health, it's like, this is like kind of a prime example, like dealing with like the criminal justice system. A lot of things that go on inside the criminal justice system is a lot of unfair and unbiased things. You know, prime example, going through some legal things right now, not to talk too much about it, but when you see the corruption with these cops, with these correctional detention centers, the jails, for example, when you hear people talk about the good boy system, how these judges operate, how these DAs operate, how a newspaper article can paint a picture of you, and it's not even you. It's a lot of stress. It puts a lot of stress. It puts toll on your body, man. You don't think so. And then when you know, a lot of people who don't have their support systems or don't have people backing them up, it's hard. Like for me, my brothers, Keys, GK, Norm, shout out, you know, Team Hustle and all my guys in the 215, you know, a lot of my brothers that, you know, helped me get through this situation that I'm going through now, still fighting, but it's a whole thing of mental stress where it really can destroy you. It can really break you down if you're not mentally prepared. Especially when you see everything that goes on with the criminal justice system. You see how black people get treated, how brothers get incarcerated for no reason. You get your civil rights violated. And for me, I just went through this where my civil rights was violated 4 times. So how you think a brother feel like that when you got to go in front of a judge and the judge labels you something that you've never been, or it's never even in your record, and they still labeling you something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? Being in a detention center where COs talk to you crazy, call you out your color, treat you like animals and treat you like dogs. And then another thing, like with mental, even when you go through a breakup with somebody, when you think somebody will ride with you through a cause, like, and this is a prime example, like, and it's not downgrading her or talking down about her. You know, shout out to my ex, I still got nothing but love for you. You still my baby at the end of the day. But, you know, when that person you would think that's going to ride for you going through something and she's not there for you, regardless of something that you did in the past, that shit sucks, man. When you don't got that person that you would want to be by your side. I seen somebody post this earlier. It's hard when you say you love a person and that person's not there and they loving someone else. But the analogy was, $100 bill stay the same every day. So it was a funny thing, but it's true, man. It's hard. It's hard when you have a person that loves you and they not there for you. It sucks. It can destroy you, man, mentally.
You don't know what to think.
Yeah.
That's facts, though.
It's a fact.
Mental health, man, I tell people, bro, it's important. Definitely now, definitely with this pandemic.
Correct.
I feel like you guys said, I didn't know this before, but like I said, y'all got children and stuff like that. Like I don't have any kids, but like even with this pandemic, I'll be like, bro, I can only imagine what it's like right now. Just like
nigga, this shit's scary, bro.
Finding that balance.
Yeah, this shit's scary. For me with my kids, bro, like I don't want to send them to school at all, bro. Like for real, like as far as kids in school go, bro. I'm not ready to, I can't, if a nigga sneeze on my kid right now, bro, like, nigga, I'm gonna kill a nigga, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro, because I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be nothing. I'm just being nothing but a protective person, bro. Like, you got coronavirus going around, bro. You niggas is dying, what, 150,000 people, 200,000, however what it is, bro. My kid is not gonna be one of them, bro. You understand me, bro? So it's like, I'm just a protective person, me personally, bro. What Norman talking about, what Zoe talking about, that shit is definitely 100% accurate, bro. Like, it's a lot of people that's wrongly accused. It's a lot of people that's going through stresses, bro, that a lot of motherfuckers don't even understand that, you know, shit is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Me personally, I got kids. I got a son that I don't even see like that I ain't know it was mine till a certain age, you feel me? So it's like mental stress with that be fucking me up, bro. But other than that, bro, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, we on the road to win. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta stay positive, bro. Like, the world that we in right now ain't shit but negative going on, bro. It's a lot of negative, bro. It's a lot of people. You see niggas dying. You see people homeless. You see niggas hungry. You see all that shit, bro. So that, to me, that just make that grind more, bro. It made niggas wanna. It make me wanna go hard. You understand me? Like, it's showing me what I'm doing ain't for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, my kids need this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need this. My brothers need this. My mom need this, bro. You feel me? Like, nigga, it's a lot of older people dying from this coronavirus, bro. So it's like, if I can put these people in a situation where they straight, that's what it is, bro. Like, 100, nigga. Like, niggas gotta stay up, bro, for real.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all giving me that feedback. For sure, man. Mental health is so important. It's so important, man, for real. Well, onto lighter notes, man. I know you guys have been realizing the pandemic's been pushing a lot of creators and artists to push out a lot of music. Yeah. A lot of everybody's been dropping albums, deluxe albums. What's your favorite music this year that y'all been listening to?
I'm a Dirk fan.
Okay, Dirk, y'all been doing this thing
I'm
for
a
sure.
Dirk fan. I'm a big Dirk fan.
Like y'all was talking about Meg Thee Stallion's year, I think Lil Durk low key had his like it was kind of
I'm a big Dirk.
That Drake single brought him out though for me. That gave him his commercial success.
Because everybody really known about Dirk, but now. I feel like
baby.
I mean, for me, I'm a big.
You said the baby?
Nah, Lil Baby, Lil Baby.
I'm a fan of like I said. I mean, like Norm said, I liked a lot of the down south guys like Young Dolph, big fan of him. 21 Savage, my guy, 100 grand. Like my sis over there said, Gunner, Gunner. A lot of them Atlanta scene because it's hard because with the
Atlanta's
East
strong,
Coast,
man.
West Coast thing, the Dirty South, H-Town, a lot of them guys, the Club Godzilla, Beat King, and all them guys down Texas. It's like the South is really leading the game,
And they stick together too.
and that's what it is
what I was
too.
ready to say,
And with the
yeah.
East
We ain't
Coast,
doing
the
that
East
up here,
Coast
bro.
don't got it no more. It's like prime
Everybody
example.
individual up there,
It's like
man.
prime example.
That's the
I see
problem.
this in New York. Griselda.
Shout out to
Yeah,
That's
Conway.
they
I know,
league of their
I
own.
know, but with
They staying
the
solid.
example,
They
what I'm
staying
saying is
solid.
West Side
That's
Gun, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher. Niggas from New York hate them niggas because they from Buffalo, because they not from New York City.
And Gunn was talking about
And,
that.
and I don't understand that because at the end of the day, like West Side Gun said, I'm from New York. It shouldn't matter where I'm from. Just because we not from Philadelphia or we not from Baltimore,
Make it
DC,
larger. It's East
That
Coast.
shit, man.
New
Yeah.
York City, they like, nah, we don't fuck with Delaware because we don't know Delaware. It don't matter, bro. We still artists and we still hot. We still putting on for the East Coast.
Still.
So why would you not want artists that
Why
East,
wouldn't
the
you
East
support
Coast
it?
is known for lyrics, bars.
That's why the South been holding that shit down
So
for
them niggas
over a
stick together, bro.
decade.
Each other.
Like they've been holding that down for over a decade and will continue to hold it down
And-
because they got the right mentality. Period. But you know, as bringing it back to that Conway the Machine, that's probably my favorite album of the fucking year. That shit was
That
fucking
big
crazy.
rocking,
push,
right?
that's how I was gonna
I
say.
I
came
love
to a
West.
guy.
I love West Side Gun, man. It's my guy,
Bro.
and I'm still banging classic stuff. Like I still bang the Purple Tape. A lot of you young cats that watch this interview, Raekwon only built for Cuban Link.
No,
I still
man,
bang
niggas don't know
I still
about
bang
that,
the I
buddy.
still bang the
Niggas don't know
Locks.
about-
I still bang
man.
Styles P, J, the Kiss.
That's a fact.
And these is, you know what I mean. I still bang a lot of them guys.
LOX just dropped the album
Yeah.
this year during the pandemic. I'm banging that shit.
Shit, I was just watching Sheik on Vlad TV
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Nigga. Fact.
Niggas that's still relevant 30 years in the game. Like
Still
Nah,
relevant.
but they talking heavy. The same shit that we went through as far as dropping a song, not getting a notification that we wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like she was speaking on when they signed that deal with Diddy and
Puffy.
how everything in the beginning. She said this, bro. Everything in the beginning was legit, bro. He said it wasn't until later in life where shit started getting choppy. But you gotta understand, they had a buzz in they own area. It wasn't like they had a worldwide buzz. So when shit ain't go right for them, it wasn't because it was worldwide, nigga. It was because they didn't have that buzz. You know, they only had that local buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like the same shit we going through. How we was popping back in the day. We was just talking about that MySpace shit. How we was popping back then, 100,000 fans, all that dumb shit. We was popping then. But for us to get it now, it's different, bro. Only because we ain't have, you know what I'm saying? It's not what it was, bro.
And it's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
it's the digital era.
Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, fucking
This right-
iPhones,
this right here.
all this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Change
different.
every-
It's
change
different.
everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shit's different, bro.
it makes shit like microwave. Like that
You
shit hot
gotta, you
for
gotta,
1 second.
you
and
gotta
then,
use
know,
what you got in your hand nowadays, bro. For real, because this shit right here is real,
Have to,
bro.
man.
The
It's
digital
real.
era.
It's real.
And a lot of things have been going on other than the coronavirus. We had, the unfortunate passing of George Floyd,
Yeah.
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
You guys were already talking about it. Civil rights, criminal justice reform, everything. Could y'all
Yeah.
just give me y'all just complete feelings on the state of the country right now? Presidential elections. How y'all feel
I don't know.
about Delaware? Coming with spotlight. Just give me.
I done
give me your
got
thoughts
beat
on
up
that.
by police myself, bro. Like I don't even like me personally, bro. I got beat up on Father's Day by police. Got locked up, all that in front of my kids. My girl was pregnant with my middle child at the time. You feel me? I was living on East Side. You know what I'm saying? Spruce Street, to be exact. You know what I'm saying? To me, the way police moving right now, bro, you came out there not to know what was going on. You came out there to fuck some shit up. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? As a cop, you supposed to protect and serve, bro. So it's like all this killing and shit that's going on, my G. It's like if you do your job, to me, I'm not saying I might not be right, bro. But I'm just saying to me, you do your job, bro. You protect and serve, all this shit wouldn't even be happening, bro. If you come to that job ready to see what's going on as a cop, you gonna see what's going on, bro. Not everybody is a nigga trying to hurt you, bro. You feel me? A black man ain't an enemy to everybody, bro. Or a colored man, or a motherfucker that's living in poverty ain't a person that's trying to hurt you, bro.
That's abusing
You know what I'm
the
saying?
badge.
Like it ain't that all the time, bro. It's a motherfucker trying to get out of that shit, or it's a person trying to do good, or you know what I'm saying? Like people don't see the good in a person, bro. You know what I mean? But
For me, it's just certain. It's like with the court systems when you see the DAs when they try to paint a picture of you, when the picture ain't valid what they saying. So it's kind of like I said, for example, with a newspaper article or going on a website and you see that article will already make you biased before you even go to a jury. Yeah. So even when you go in front of a jury, they're not supposed to be biased and they're not supposed to know about your case. But they already know about your case. So you already painted a picture of me. Yeah. Making a person look guilty before you even go into court. The more you see it, and a prime example is when you see a lot of young brothers, African American males. I seen this during the little situation that I'm going through. And no offense to nobody of color because we're unified. My brother Red Fox is Caucasian. He's white. That's my guy, $100,000. Mm-hmm. But when I see guys in certain situations, when you got people that got non-violent offenses, then you see a judge that'll label you a dog. You're an animal. You're a menace to society. You're a flight risk. No bail. But a pedophile or a molester can go in front of a judge and they'll say, you know what? He just needs counseling and this and that. Give him 6 months and give him a $15,000 bail. Whole time and give him 10%, but he can molest a kid. He can molest a kid and take away.
You making them murderers and killers, nigga.
But then again,
that's what you doing.
And no offense to the shooters and none of that, because I not incriminating myself, but you got somebody that got violent crimes and all this type stuff. All right, you be like, no, we're just gonna let you get a bail. But when it comes to a drug charge, you try to hang a person. At the end of the day, no one forces football numbers. No one forces no one to get high.
Nobody does.
That's just it's the game, but no one forces nobody to get high. And when you got cops that plant stuff on people, stuff like that, and it's been proven multiple times. And a prime example, when you got a case where a so-called task force doesn't have no evidence against you, but you still want to try to convince circumstantial evidence, but you don't have the evidence to prove it. Yeah. So it's kind of like it's like when you got to fight for your life when you're already being labeled something that you're not.
Right.
Criminal justice system is just so corrupted. It's a shame how.
But they said you guilty until proven
innocent. But you already proven guilty.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's not fair. Especially with these judges and these DAs, it's not.
We fucked out here, bro.
It's not.
It's sad being a person of color.
I mean, it's
playing that life of survival, bro. Like that's what it's sad being, bro. Yeah. Like for real. Like a lot of people take that shit for granted. Like if you got a situation where you could do good for yourself and for others, you need to do that, bro. Mm-hmm. Like for real, like you really do, because this shit ain't shit fucked up. It ain't. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not even like it's more so the country. Like I was speaking to an older gentleman like a few days ago, and he put me on to something that I never heard about the country of Venezuela. Fucking a few years back, like it was a very prosperous country. Like everybody was like doing their own businesses, flourishing. Like there was a lot of money within that country, and then the ownership changed, and then within 3 years,
and this is
Venezuela, within 3 years, that country became extremely poverty-ridden. 93% of that country is poverty-ridden. 70% of that country is extreme poverty. Wow. And that's from ownership change. Never heard about that on the news, nothing like that. But you see like the steps that this country is taking. Like we one of the few countries that's standing on democracy, whatever they want to call it. I don't know what the fuck they want to call it. I'm not a politician, but at the end of the day, like we one of the few countries that have actual rights, supposedly. And supposedly, and obviously they trying to take that shit away from us. Like we a few steps away from becoming a third world country.
Nah,
like,
that's why I feel and that's what niggas don't see now.
Us too, so
that's facts,
and we not prepared for that whatsoever. Like if that shit happened tomorrow, we wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
The world would be fucked up.
That shit can happen within 3 years. Cause that shit happened in Venezuela. Look that shit up. I looked that shit up instantly.
There's a bubble though. Everybody here, kind of lives in their own little bubble.
That's a fact. That's facts. But they want to pop the bubble, bro, and that's the shit that is terrifying. To be honest with you, like that shit.
You don't
is
know
terrifying.
how this shit gonna move.
You just gotta prepare, and like y'all said, y'all got a family, y'all close now, y'all be good. They gonna be good. But on a lighter note, we gonna switch it on a lighter note.
That's right.
What are y'all's goals, man, for Judgemental Records? Personally, professionally, tell me you guys about y'all's goals for like the next 2-3 years. What do y'all see yourselves?
Open the doors up.
We ready to take off.
Focal point for Judgemental Records as a whole is basically building a brand, getting the exposure that it deserves, spreading the light and giving other people advice. Like I've had multiple artists DM us and hey man, what direction should I go with? And it's crazy, talking with my marketing manager, my guy Seuss, he broke me a little analogy, and when I started doing it, a lot of people, I done got like 20 DMs plus more, where people been asking me like, yo, bro, what direction should I go in? I'm independent. What do you think I should do? How should I go? I teach them. I don't teach them. I just give them a little brief insight. Here's what I can do. Here's how I can help them. And then, we just give them insight, because right now the focal point is when you have a team, you don't want to go juggling the different artists. Focus on what you got first. Focus on your priorities, and that's what the priority is. So right now for us, as us having 2 solid projects that was out, Times Have Changed, Pain and Champagne has dropped, with Tone the Beat Bully. Shout out to Tone, Jalo's little brother. And, we've been working closely with Tone as well, and he's a Grammy Award-winning producer as well. We're working on the next EP, and it's called NOGK. It's a collaboration project with these 2 back-to-back. Black Metaphors on it. Big-time producer. Look him up. His credentials is there. Tone the Beat Bully, executive producing the project as well. Tone's going to be all over the project. And a few other surprises from a couple big-name producers that we're working with. And House Vision, our guy, Corey's going to be shooting all the visuals. Shout out to the House, man. And that's the focal point, getting the music out to the people, getting the exposure, and just really showing the world that we're going to really open that door for Delaware and give everybody that opportunity where people are going to say, yo, Judgemental Records made it. I want to try to get on with them. They came home for the city, and that's what we're going to try to do. Put Delaware back on. Give us that opportunity. Like, people got the opportunity from Philly and New York. Why can't we get it?
For sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Why can't we do it?
And like I said, everybody's got you guys. I know you guys are role models. You guys got family, stuff like that. But y'all got new fans that don't know you guys. That are gonna be looking at you guys. Got people on live now. Gonna be looking at you guys. Always, like you just said, always DMing you, asking you direction. What's a message to the youth that you can give for people out there that's looking for inspiration, staying onto your craft, staying focused? Because that's one thing I will say for you guys. You guys have stayed focused. It's 0304 for y'all to stay on that grind is crazy. So, can you give them just a little advice on just sticking to your dreams?
If you believe in something, do it.
Okay.
Don't stop.
GK said that.
Life happens. Fucking everybody has a life.
Everybody got a
shit
story,
swing a
bro.
different way.
Yeah.
Everybody got a story. Shit
Don't
swing a
use
different
that
way.
as negative. Use it as a positive.
Use that as a positive. Don't give up when that story hits you. Just add that to the fuel, to the fucking flame that you trying to make that shit into what you trying to make it into.
That's fact.
You can overcome any obstacle as long as you put your mind to it. Keep
Can't
it going,
nobody.
keep it going, keep it going. Make sure you write all your stuff down and use that as motivation. Get a composition book and just write everything down, what you got planned for the next 5 years. And hit piece part 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Once you do it, that just shows that you're capable of doing anything you can.
Make sure that you when you doing these things, make sure that you putting yourself in a position to win, bro. Like I know a lot of people, like it's hard to understand what I'm trying to say. It's hard for me to understand what I'm trying to give y'all. But what I'm trying to say is like put yourself in a position to have control over what you want to do, bro. Like as far as if you doing this rap, whatever it is, bro, you want to be able to make sure that what you're saying is what you're doing, bro. You don't want nobody to check your credibility and come back and be like, oh, such and such said. You feel me?
Stay true to yourself.
Yeah, there you go. That's my
Stay true to yourself.
There you go. There you go.
You said we were gonna call. You got 30 seconds.
Give him and get
Judgementalrecords.com.
Oh yeah. www.judgementalrecords.com.
Yes.
What's the Instagram, nigga?
make sure you guys follow everybody.
The Real GK302 Instagram, GK's Life SoundCloud. What else you got? GK's Life Facebook, all that dumb shit. What you got, bro?
Enlighten One on everything. That's Enlighten One without the E at the beginning. That shit hard as fuck to spell. Good luck.
Follow me. Or you can type
We
in on
gonna give y'all a
Instagram.
link or something.
Arthur Fonzarelli, Judgemental Records 302 at Instagram, and go to the website, guys. www.judgementalrecords.com. Hit the contact list. We will email you right back and reply to all your questions and answers as well, guys. So
we doing all that. Oh, check out Closet Addicts. Seuss.
Yes, indeed.
Who else we got? What's your joint?
DJ Red Fox as well.
Come on, tell me what DJ Red Fox. We got everybody, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all gotta fuck with us, bro. Like for real, like
we got fashion, we
got
niggas who get
DJs,
credit.
fashion.
Anything
We got
you
people
need.
that'll hook your credit up.
That's right here.
We got plates, food, whatever you need. You understand me, bro? We not playing, bro.
Universal hustlers, man.
We not playing. T. We got what you doing? They melting it. Yeah, we fucking it up. That's all. We doing all
All
that.
right, this is another episode of Savagetimetv. GBM, your host, AB Brizzly. This jump was crazy.
Shouts out to
Check us
y'all,
out.
though.
Peace.
For real. Shouts out to y'all.